So you're sitting there and you're pondering, do I buy a townhouse? Do I buy a condominium? Should I buy a single family residential home? I think it's a super valid question, but today I want to super focus on townhomes and some of the goods and bads of HOAs and just a lot of the stuff to be aware of in general. So before we jump on into it, same old, same old. If you're moving to Utah or you just are looking to buy or sell a house in general, reach out to me. Let me know. I'd love to be given the opportunity to be your real estate agent. And then next, still getting people to sign up for my newsletter. If you send me an email or text me or whatever and whatnot, I'll get you signed up on that. And that's just a monthly update on what the Utah real estate market looks like currently. Other than that, let's just jump right on into it. So, first things first, let's just clarify the difference between a townhome and a condo. A townhome, you technically own the inside, the outside, and then you own the ground underneath you. A condo, the only thing that you own is going to be what's inside of your apartment. So you don't own any land technically. And so that's the key difference between the two and the management structure behind them. Let's talk about the main reason somebody decides to buy a townhome over trying to buy a full single family home. And that is going to be price 100%. So if you're buying a standard home, here's a brand new home, 2024, 2,200 square feet. It's going to cost right around $516,000. This is a Visionary Homes home. And then if you go and get a townhome that's got darn near the same specs, it's a little bit, tiny bit smaller. It's 4 bed, 2.5 bath. It's going to be about $60,000 or $70,000 cheaper. And you can see a lot of this where a new build would be 450, but a townhome with the same specs is going to be 350, 370. And so price every single time is one of the biggest reasons somebody would choose to buy a townhome. The next big reason behind it is going to be there's not as much maintenance with a townhome. Typically, their insurance or their HOA is going to manage the roof, it's going to manage all the exterior stuff. And then on top of that, they'll actually have it so that there's an insurance policy on the exterior part of the building. So your insurance will be slightly cheaper. 100% yes. You're going to be paying extra money to an HOA, $90 a month, $150 a month. But especially for people who are just looking to not have a lot of stuff that they need to worry about, a townhome is just not a terrible way to go for very specific situations. I do want to talk about one of those situations just real quick. I see it all the time where I see a young kid who's like, "Hey, I'm gonna buy me a brand or a home that I'm gonna go and fix up and do a bunch of maintenance on." But the problem behind that is young kids don't know how to do anything, and then on top of that, they're trying to build their life. And so I think as a first home, for somebody who's a young kid, it's one of the best options out there so that you can ease into learning how to own a home. You can ease into some of the maintenance that you're going to have. It's like trying to go to community college instead of a big college. And everybody's gonna be like, well, your equity is not going to go up as quickly, or the financing is going to be harder. On townhomes, it's really not. You can go FHA pretty easy on townhomes. You can go VA pretty easy on townhomes. And on top of that, they're trying to make multi-unit stuff like this more accessible to people on a federal level. They're going to try to expand loan options to them over the next 5, 10, 15 years. And so I advise anybody that this is their first home, a townhome is not a bad way to go. And just deal with it. Just don't get a dog for a couple of years, or even if you do want to get a dog, make a plan for it. A lot of townhomes allow them, but 100% first home, I think a townhome is a great way to go. The third reason somebody would buy a townhome, or I see people buying a townhome, is because they make really phenomenal rentals for a couple of reasons. One, the HOA manages the roof, the exterior, typically snow plowing, so you don't have to worry about that kind of neglect on your house. And then two, you can find comparables to townhomes pretty easily. There's usually another townhome just like yours that's being rented, and so it's easy to figure out the correct price that you should be charging for your townhome. That's a huge, big thing that people plan on doing every time they buy a townhouse is, can I use this as a rental after, and would it be easy to do so? So, a short video today, just going over some of the basics of townhomes. What are your questions on the townhome? Comment it down below. What are some concerns you have about buying a townhome? Other than that, real estate agent, let me know if you want to buy or sell a house. Sign up for my newsletter, and I hope you have a great day, and bye bye now.